What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today, in the world of indie games, 60 Seconds got a new... I was wondering why there's no music in the background. There's no music right now. Where is the music? Like, I was trying to find... What does this do? Oh, apparently I can click on things. Well, this is Gone in 60 Seconds. Or, I'm sorry, Gone in 60 Seconds. That's a movie. We're not going to talk about Gone in 60 Seconds, okay? This is 60 Seconds Reatomized, which is basically a redux of the original 60 Seconds. From the developers of 60 Seconds, 60 Parsecs, all those kinds of games, where really it's a resource management game with light visual novel elements where you kind of just like do stuff and hope for the best. I've never really locked down a concrete strategy for this game because so many things can go wrong. Like so many, what does that do? Oh, that takes you to the options. Hold on, I want to click stuff on the menu. Give me a second. Oh, that's a new game right there. There's sewer in the credits, okay. Ooh, there's like a little trophy on top of the house. What does this do? Ooh, that makes me kill the power. Gotcha. So anyways, the goal of the game is to get into your basement shelter and survive the nuclear apocalypse for as long as possible without starving to death or being eaten by giant radioactive roaches who are actually much more amicable than you think they are. They're actually pretty friendly, but they are kind of deadly too. So like it's kind of like a little bit of this, a little bit of that type situation. Let's play a new game. We will play... Select the type of a one-of-a-kind post to survive in your fallout shelter with randomly selected supplies. We got the full atomic experience. Let's do it. Let's do it. Select your character, Ted or Dolores. We'll put it on Fat Man, I guess. Let's go. We're playing as Ted. So at the beginning of the game, we got to run around our house and grab as many supplies as we possibly can. I don't remember what any of the supplies do except for soup. So hopefully we survive this thing. There's a gun back there? Yeah, I want the gun. I think we definitely need the gun. The gun is important. Alright, so we got the gun. We got a soup can. And we've got... Oh, that's all that we've got right now because the gun takes 2 slots. Okay. So we'll put that stuff in there. We've got a board... Or a Boy Scout manual. We've got a map. Okay. I'm going to come back and we're going to drop this off over here. That's inside of there. We got some food and some water inside of here. I'm going to grab some supplies. Let's do it. There we go. We're about halfway there right now. I think now would be a good time to grab the axe. And then also, how much does a wife weigh? A wife weighs 2. All right. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I don't want to be stuck anymore. We'll throw the wife in there. Oh, the daughter is big. Okay, I didn't expect her to be big like that. All right, we'll throw the daughter in there. And unfortunately, Timmy's not going to make it. I wish Timmy made it, but Timmy, it sucks to be you, man. It sucks to be you. Goodbye, Timmy. It's a horrible apocalyptic world that we live in, and Timmy got left behind. Listen, Timmy kind of likes to lick the windows and draw on the walls with crayons anyways. He's not going to be that helpful. We'll just leave him behind. I feel like we did okay right there. I feel like we did a solid job. Could we have done better? Sure, absolutely. We could have done better. But we did get a lot of good stuff. We've got a gun. We got some soups, we got some waters, Boy Scout stuff, some checkers. I feel like it's going to be okay. Well, we got to the shelter just in time. Good thing Mary Jane didn't bring her tuba. The fan noise here is bad enough. But wait a second. Oh, where's Timmy? We vaguely remember stashing some things in the shelter because there was no room for him upstairs. Turns out being messy can really work in your favor. We got a chessboard. Our shelves are full of cans. We'll eat from cans, we'll sleep on cans, we'll even talk to the cans. Some of us already do. There's just barely enough water for everybody. We should probably ration it strictly. This is the best stocked shelter we've ever seen. We've never seen another one, but we're sure this is a good amount of supplies. It's time to ration supplies. So if I give water to everybody, we're okay. I'm just not going to feed anybody for right now. It's not easy to be calm in these circumstances, but hopefully we can keep our peace, or else we might need to act like wolves, survival of the fittest and all. There's a fly fluttering around right now. I don't know how I feel about that. It's easy to feel a bit down when living underground like this. There's no sunshine, no sky. We need to get rid of that pessimism and try bringing some cheerfulness into our lives. There isn't much going on with Ted, no trouble, nothing new. Jane isn't worried, or at least she's not saying it out loud, and today has been relatively calm for Dolores. Time to ration supplies. I'm sure they'll be okay. Looks like the area is still irradiated. Going to the wasteland right now is unsafe unless you don't mind getting sick. Ted is vigorous enough to withstand the hazards of the wasteland. Dolores is confident she'll survive outside. And then Mary Jane is more than ready to go out and scavenge. I don't have a gas mask, though. Yeah, go scavenge. What's the worst that can happen? I mean, I'm sure things will be okay. You won't die of horrible radioactive nonsense. Yesterday during charades, we learned that Mary Jane doesn't know how to spell anti-disestablishmentarianism, and it's left Dolores sorely disappointed. She insists on home, or rather shelter schooling, Mary Jane a little. All right, go for it. Do your thing. Become smarter, Mary Jane. I don't know how smart you are right now, but let's move up a couple points in the intelligence bracket. Dolores doesn't really mess around. What started out as a spelling exercise has quickly found its way to a math revision, followed by a short physics course and ending on tinkering with random objects in the shelter. Mary Jane looks pretty exhausted, but we can't deny the state of our shelter has improved. All Ted wishes for is some water. So everybody wants water. Alright, we'll water everybody up for right now. Some of us are keener to go outside than others. Either way, it's time to choose the most able and responsible person for the quest to gather more supplies. Let's send... Oh, she died? I guess Dolores can go outside. And she should bring... Yes, bring a battle axe. A battle axe will keep you safe. Uh-oh, somebody's knocking on the shelter door. Dolores is on her way to the surface. Let's hope she makes it back safe and sound. Ted is no longer thirsty, and Mary Jane is no longer thirsty. I think we'll be alright. We had the most curious visitors today. One of them was making the sound of a galloping horse and using a pair of rocks and hitting them against one another, while his companion was pretending to ride the horse. They claimed to be on a very important quest to seek out a magical cup, but they lost their way in the wasteland. They asked permission to have a look at our map and determine their whereabouts. You're obviously crazy people, so hell no. You cannot have my map. Absolutely not. We couldn't contain our laughter and our guests took offense. They ran off shouting that our ancestors were rodents and they smelled like forest fruits. It's kind of rude. There's nothing going on with Ted. Nothing new anyways. Time to ration out supply. We're just going to hold on to it. What's that trickling sound? And why is the wall so wet? Are we about to get flooded? We don't have life preservers or a boat. A boat wouldn't even fit inside the shelter. Oh, God. We need to do something. Save the supplies. And we'll save the map. Well, that was lucky. The shelter filled with water pretty rapidly. We were certain we were going to drown, but with our heads barely above the water, we weren't even able to open the hatch and escape. Before we could start considering the worst, the water level started to drop. We're okay now, save for the mess we had to deal with. Ted needs some water, and water is what Mary Jane needs right now. You'd think that we'd be able to refill our water a little bit, just based on the fact that we just flooded out. We're not alone. There's a huge hairy bunny beast that seems to be hiding in the pipes. It's been poking its head out, eyeing our measly food stash. We can't let it get to it. We can't let it be in here when we sleep. Shoot it with a gun. Uh-oh, we got a bad achievement. You guys won't see it pop up, but we got it. Oh, you guys broke the gun? You idiots. Our cans are saved. Too bad for the hairy mutant. I guess we're on top of the food chain, but the gun blew up when we tried to shoot it. Ted isn't thirsty anymore, but his stomach is rumbling. All right, so we'll go ahead and throw some food on people. Where did the green puddle come from? Oh, man, the pipe is leaking green goo, and that's not good. It's not good at all. We need to act now, and nobody packed a mop. What do we do? Scout handbook. It'll teach us. Telephone. Problem solved. No leak, no mess, and back to our tidy little shelter. Ted isn't hungry, and neither is Mary Jane. Is our wife ever coming back? Like, is that a possibility? Are we gonna have a wife? Like, I'm not trying to be negative right now, but we had a wife and now we don't have a wife anymore. It's time to ration supplies. Ah, we're good. We had thought phone calls were a thing of the past after the atomic bomb obliterated everything in our little town. However, a phone booth on the street survived and it's ringing right now. Should somebody go answer it? Yeah, Ted, go answer it. Why not? It'd be rude not to. I mean, after 3 rings, you know, like... When we answered the phone, we could clearly hear a gasp of relief from the caller. They introduced themselves as the survivors from a nearby town of Hill Valley. We had started exchanging information when the call was cut short. Something went wrong on their end. We hope they get back to us. Ted should probably drink, and Mary Jane needs to drink too. Well, there you go. If there's anyone who can rescue us from this hellish situation, it's our government. You can badmouth them all you want, but that probably means you're either a naysayer or a commie. We're good citizens out here, and we've been paying our taxes regularly, so we're sure Uncle Sam is coming to get us. Well, except that one time when we, never mind. The government people are coming, all right? And we should keep our ears and eyes open for any sign from them. There's one thing we need to do. It's to use the radio on a regular basis to catch any emergency broadcast that might be transmitted in our area. It's either that or it's strolling around outside waiting to get picked up. The first option sounds a little bit more sane. Ted isn't thirsty. Nobody's thirsty. Mary Jane could use some food. All right, we'll give her a food. A few more hours of coughing and we'll get used to it. Our ventilation fans have halted and no fresh air seems to be circulating throughout the shelter. We have to fix it before we suffocate like rats trapped by a professional and very cruel rat catcher. Scout Handbook. Scout Handbook will always save you in this game. Ooh, the door opened. Oh man, now we're all sick. Weak. Using the handbook to research our vent maintenance seemed like a fair idea. We figured if it's full of pointers on how to fix things, it must have a chapter on nuclear shelter air filtration systems. Before we could even check, we were invaded by a group of angry mutant insects which flew out of the cursed vent. Their stings hurt like hell and seemed to give us a fever. We were glad to see Dolores come back safely from the wasteland. When our scavenger trip was about to end with nothing, we remembered there was a place where we haven't looked yet. One place that is literally on one of our Wait, what? One place that is literally on our doorstep. Trash cans in our neighborhood. One of our pre-blast neighbors threw out a few unopened cans of soup. Heh, joke's on him. If he's in his shelter right now, he's probably full of regrets. With a lawn like that, who wouldn't be? The pacifist guy from around the corner threw out his rifle and it's ours now. I wonder if it still works. The irony? A paradox? Or maybe neither. There's a gas mask lying in a pile of stinky garbage. We returned from the expedition, but the axe didn't make it. Okay. So Ted's hungry and sick. Alright, so we need you to eat and you to eat. Sounds good. The contamination of our town is still strong. Scavenging conditions could result in radiation sickness. Jane is feeling excellent. Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll prepare an expedition. We'll have Jane do it. A group of people dressed in green pajamas knocking on our hatch is not something that we had really anticipated, yet this is exactly what happened. Furthermore, they insisted they are the merry men and wish to take from the rich and give to the poor. We're pretty poor, so maybe we can make some new friends. Should we let them in? Let's do it. We're gonna die of disease anyways. We might as well. I'm sure we're gonna get robbed. Merry folks were pretty kind. They noticed we didn't have a radio and gave us one. When they asked where they got it from, they said the 1%. Alright, so Ted isn't hungry anymore. Ted needs water. Dolores can't remain thirsty for much longer. Okay, can we spare some water? Mary Jane's been asking about it all day. I don't have any water left, bro. I don't have any water left. I'm waterless. Now, you should go outside and you should take a gas mask with you. Goodbye, Mary Jane. Mary Jane went outside. Let's hope she hurries back home soon. Alright, well, Ted's thirsty, so we'll, feed people now. Our supplies are scarce and our morale is low. You can almost smell the desperation here. We're pretty sure there's a small group of survivors nearby, mostly old folks from the retirement home. Should be hard to borrow their supplies, right? They're old and we need them more than they do, right? Yeah, hell yeah, let's go rob old people. Sounds good to me. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, man. It ain't a pretty world out there. Doesn't look like we got anything. We went out and got what we needed and came back. We're sure the group will do fine. Yeah, probably. Sure, they'll do great. Ted looks like he's got a foot in the grave. Yeah, we don't really have anything right now. There it goes again. Noises. Weird noises all the time. Where are they coming from? The pipes? The walls? Is it something behind the door? We don't know what to do and it's driving us nuts. We should sit down and relax, otherwise we might get paranoid. Alright, well, let's do the checker set real fast. Oh, Ted's dead. Ted didn't make it. Ted's dead. Having some fun made us forget about what was again? Yeah, Dolores' health doesn't improve, so I'm thinking maybe we should get water next time. But then again, how was I supposed to know? Soup is mostly water. I figured it would help with hydration. We know very little about what's going on outside. It'd probably be a good idea to find more. A radio would help with this. Alright, let's do it. She's gonna die, though. I got a sneaking suspicion she's not gonna make it. We find anything out? We were gonna get a weak signal and tap into the government's emergency announcement service, and guess what? Great news! The fallout outside is mostly gone. It should be much safer to travel on the surface now. We haven't done anything about Dolores' illness. Dolores will not survive without water for much longer. Yeah. I don't have anything. We can keep sitting at our backsides here in this tiny little bunker, or we can start thinking about getting away as far as possible from the radioactive wasteland. Who would have thought the Reds would ruin such a lovely neighborhood? We could do it on our own, the escaping part, not the ruining part, of course. However, there might be somebody out there who can help us. Let's keep our eyes and ears open. We got a signal. We might survive this. Good news! news! The government made a radio broadcast about extracting survivors from our area. The announcer asked everybody listening to wait a while longer and expect further communication in a couple of days. We're gonna be out of here soon. Dolores is gonna... Oh, she cured of her illness? Really? Cool. Alright, drink some water then. The radio of ours has been silenced for the past couple hours, and we need more news. We need music. We all agree that on that, and if it's refusing to cooperate, we need to meddle with it till it works. No, do not meddle with it. Absolutely not. You leave that radio alone. No! Well, we're sure they're just experienced technical issues. Everything's gonna be fine. Before we could cross our lawn, somebody started yelling the most obnoxious things, and a gang of spear-wielding, foul-mouthed individuals launched themselves at us. The only option we had was to run, and so we did. If only we had a few drops of water, we could have avoided what happened. Lame. Alright, well this time I know to prioritize water, alright? You were driven away. Well, that's good. At least they had a car, you know? Like, a car's kind of better than a shelter. Like, I'll take that, especially if it's like a sweet-ass El Camino, you know what I mean? Like... Alright, let's try this again. This time I'm gonna do better. Yeah, we'll play as Dolores this time. Begin the adventure. Here we see the American family gathering up soup and finding water to make sure that they don't die in a horrible nuclear explosion. Alright, so we got lots of food and water over here. We've got a radio and some bullets over there. Got some stuff over here. Alright, let's grab it. Let's grab it. Let's grab and go. Let's grab and go. Go, 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 go. Alright, we're gonna throw that in there. She's close, so we'll grab her and we'll throw her in there. There you go. I need all of this stuff right here. Yep, get it. Get it. Get it. I don't know where the scout manual is, but we kind of need that too. Like, that'd be nice to have. What else do we have in here? We got, like, some cards. Got a flashlight. We got some water over here. Yeah, grab that, I guess. And then while we're in the... Oh, no! Yeah, break, break, break. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Oh, my God. I guess I'll grab the water. There's bug spray over there. Maybe I'll grab Timmy over here. Yeah, grab Timmy. He's helpful, right? Everybody likes Timmy. I think I have time. Yeah! Combat Mom, go! Goodbye, Ted. You didn't lead us very well last time, so... You know. Like, your leadership was highly in question last time. So I kind of feel like we don't need you this time, okay? We're cutting out weak links at the moment. We're eliminating them. So we've got bullets, we got soup, we got water. I think we'll be okay. So here we are. The three of us are safe and sound. We just need to make it work from now on, and we really wish it was the four of us. I don't remember bringing supplies down to the shelter, but I'm not really complaining. We probably should have stocked it better anyways. So we got some bullets right there. Our shelves are full of cans. We'll eat from cans, we'll sleep on cans, so on and so forth. This is the best stocked shelter we've ever seen. Time to ration supplies. We're not going to eat anything the first day. There are only so many things you can do in a tiny bunker, so we thought, hey, why not play some games? You know, they're not just for kids. Playing some games with some cards and some games and stuff. Gonna play some Yahtzee and charades. We played Truth or Dare. When it turned out we only kept asking questions and the most common was, are we gonna eat anything other than tomato soup, we decided that's enough games for now. Life is hard for all of us at the moment, but Dolores is not in a good mood, or Dolores is in a good mood today. Mary Jane is fine, and like the scout that he is, Timmy is making the best out of the situation and seems cheerful. Looks like the area is still irradiated. Going to the wasteland right now is unsafe unless you don't mind getting sick. Now we'll just hang tight for a minute. Mary Jane has been dropping hints that it's a special day for her today, and we had to think about it really hard. And after eliminating your average festivities, the anniversary of that great barbecue we had 3 years ago, and International Popcorn Day, we realized she was talking about her birthday. That means we need to get her a gift. Give her some cards, I guess? Mary Jane loves cards. We thought she might get herself busy with solitaire, but she started doing card readings, divination or not. If we don't figure out why the world has gone to hell, maybe she will. Looks like everybody wants water at the moment. So we'll go ahead and line that up real quick. Contamination of our town is still pretty strong. Scavenging is a bad idea. Okay, let's not do it then. Enough of this plain tasteless water. Dolores is really craving a cup of coffee. A real true blue American coffee. The kind that you can drink 5 cups and still feel sleepy. But where are we going to go to find that in this wasteland? Well, Dolores' favorite diner is, well, used to be a few blocks away. Maybe somebody could go on a coffee run, but who? Nobody should go outside. It's a terrible plan. We just said it's horribly irradiated outside. You feel that feeling when you go outside where it's like bugs crawling all over you? Don't do that. We're not gonna risk our necks for this. We got more important things to worry about. Those cracks in the walls ain't gonna count themselves. We're not gonna supply anybody. Because the contamination is still strong. We've been hearing strange noises lately. Is it coming from the outside or something else? We should probably play cards. It's fine. We already got that event. Hopefully it's nothing too terrible. Having some fun made us forget about, what was it again? Today's been fine for Dolores so far. It's impressive how well everybody's handling the situation. Good. Looks like the area's still irradiated. Going to the wasteland right now is pretty unsafe, unless you don't mind getting sick. Yesterday during charades, we learned that Mary Jane doesn't know how to spell anti-disestablishmentarianism, and it's left Dolores disappointed. She insists on home, or rather shelter schooling Mary Jane a little. No? We did yes last time, so let's see what happens with no. Mary Jane made a real scene, complaining that Dolores would never be happy even if both of her children became president, won Nobel Prize, and simultaneously became the first people on the moon. Dolores begged to differ. She said that it would be at least a little content in this scenario. Dolores can't stay thirsty. Everybody needs something to drink. Okay. Water is definitely more important. Seems like you should probably... Contamination's still strong. We'll just hang tight. Mary Jane's been kind of quiet today. This is very unlike her. Should we talk to her? Yeah, let's talk to her. Let's find out. She can spread her thoughts around and let the world be a happier, brighter, and more merry place. Nothing solves problems better than honest conversation over a hot beverage. We don't have the latter, but the talking alone did the trick. Everybody is hungry now. So we'll go ahead and throw out some food real quick. Our neighborhood is still highly radioactive. Alright, let's not do it then. We had planned to go to Niagara Falls and see those beautiful waterfalls. We never expected to get a waterfall of our very own in the shelter. Right now, it seems like all that water... Oh, we're flooding again. Save the cards! Save the cards! We need our solitaire. We're all about survival in poker games, so it wasn't too surprising we went after the lucky set of cards first. Then the cards got wet, but plenty of other supplies got submerged. After a while, the water level dropped, but the damage it did was pretty extensive. We're gonna have to deal with that. Dolores hasn't eaten. Mary Jane is no longer hungry. Okay, so Dolores just needs food, so we'll give her a little bit of food. We're not alone. There's a huge hairy bunny beast. I don't have anything for the bunny beast, so hopefully we don't die. I don't have any way to deal with the bunny beast. Well, the beast of a rodent won. It stole our food. Can or no can, at least we have each other, right? We're just worried it'll come back to finish off what it started. Dolores needs water. Everybody needs water. Okay, that's fine. We got plenty of water. We might be safe inside the walls, but there are other problems to consider. None of us can sleep right. We have to deal with this soon, or we'll be falling asleep in the face of real danger, like saucer men from Mars. Yeah, that's a realistic danger for sure. I'm totally in agreement with you. We should definitely prepare for Martians while we're in the middle of a nuclear holocaust. Bravely ignoring our symptoms, we tried to get an hour or two of sleep, but no luck. We're even more tired than we were, and there are other problems we need to face soon. Let's just hope that our yawning will be enough to scare raiders away or save us from radiation. Let's see here. Jane's hungry. Alright, so we'll feed her, I guess. We have plenty of distant relatives, but none of them mean as much to us as Auntie Ada. She lives in the country, so there's a good chance she's still configuring her cow counting machine and not worrying about nukes raining down on her hen house. Too bad we don't have a photo of her. Or do we? Put some photos in some books a while ago after the giant coffee spill incident. I don't have any of the items it keeps wanting me to have. Telephone call, Moshi Moshi, Splattercat Desu. And so we're left with no photos, no news, and no happy thoughts. World is cruel. Mary Jane isn't hungry, and Timmy is odd. Still contaminated. Nobody should go outside right now while it's still contaminated. We do have a gas mask, but like, radiation affects your entire body, not just like the face. Let's see, it's way too dangerous to just randomly run to a ringing phone in the middle of a radioactive ghost town. We're not taking any chances. It took a while before the ringing stopped. It's pretty annoying for all of us. Dolores' sanity is questionable. She needs to drink. He's hungry. So Timmy's hungry, and those two are thirsty. So Timmy's hungry, you two are thirsty. It's been a while, and we don't know what's happening on the surface, but we don't have a radio, so wah, wah, wah. Somebody's knocking on the door.
Knock, knock, knocking on a bunker's door. Yeah, 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 yeah.
They say ignorance is bliss, and another day without any clue what's going on might not necessarily kill us. Dolores is unpredictable. Sometimes we're kind of afraid of her. She needs food. Timmy's acting weird. Weirder than usual, anyways. He's in terrible shape, and he needs water. Okay, so what was it? So Dolores needs food, Timmy needs water. Gotcha. I don't know if I should send anybody out right now. Yeah, I guess we'll YOLO Dolores out there. Open in the name of freedom! Came a shout from outside the door. We don't know who's claiming to represent freedom, but we could hear it's a group of people possibly armed. Anyone who introduces themselves like that is probably planning to kill someone in the name of freedom. Should we open? Hell yeah, brother, let's do it! I love sabotaging my playthroughs with dumbass decisions. It's what I specialize in. We peeked outside. We were greeted by a group of high school students. They were well equipped and looked like they could take care of themselves. They questioned us about enemy combatants in the area. We couldn't help them, but they were happy to leave a spare axe with us in case we needed to defend ourselves. When asked why they would want to help us, they replied, "It's what Wolverines do." Wolverines! Dolores still isn't in full control of her mind. We're not sure what monsters are inhabiting it, but we wish they would go away. She's not hungry anymore, and Timmy's no longer thirsty. Alright, we'll go a day without it. We'll send Dolores with a gas mask in the shed. Hopefully she doesn't go nutty. Dolores is on her way to the surface. Mary Jane could use some food, and Mary Jane needs some water. Okay, we'll double up. We can keep sitting on our backsides here. Okay, so this is for the military. We don't have a radio, though, so we might get left behind. There's a good chance. Alright, if there's one thing we need to do is use a regular radio on a regular basis to catch any emergency broadcasts that are transmitted in our area. Alright. Timmy needs water and he's hungry. Okay, there you go, little buddy. Our hideout was approached by a man we didn't know. He claimed he used to be an accountant, but now he survives as a trader and a gambler. He offered us a card game for a bet of 2 water bottles. Should we play? Hell yeah, brother, let's go. Let's roll them bones. Flip them cards. Did we win? Oh, we lost. Damn it, he cheated. We lost before we could argue about it. He left with our supplies. Sigh. Well, damn. Trader alert. Timmy's salvaged comic books are mostly harmless science fiction pulp. However, some of them don't feature the brave Astro Citizen Program astronauts, but cosmonauts. He's eating up Soviet propaganda. What a disgrace. Should we banish Timmy to the wasteland for his traitorous ways and dispose of the blasphemous comics? No, I want to see him turn into a little communist. I want to see him get a little Ushanka. Oh, I thought he'd get like a little Ushanka, and he'd be like, "Let us seize the Means family." We graciously allowed Timmy to stay in the shelter despite his actions. We believe in the power of rehabilitation and second chances. Also, we're running out of toilet paper, and the propaganda books are going to work fine. Water is what Mary Jane needs. Last thing we expected to hear while sitting outside the shelter was a trumpet. It was played by somebody who's clearly not a trumpet player. Probably never heard a trumpet player his entire life. Came with a friend who knocked on the door and demanded we let the merry men enter. Yeah, let's do it. We're poor. Maybe they'll give us something. Free stuff for Splatty. They gave us a radio. Hell yeah. Let's see here. So Timmy needs water and Mary Jane needs food. Sounds good. We can do this. While conducting our daily supply count, we noticed that a soup can was missing. We're absolutely sure it was there yesterday. That can only mean one thing. There's a soup thief. We gotta figure out who it is. I'm gonna give you one guess. But anyways, we're out of time for the day. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining us here at the Nerd Castle for indie games. It's what I do. If you enjoy sifting through the pile to find what's worthwhile, my channel will streamline that process for you so you don't have to. This is 60 Seconds Reatomized. I hope you guys like it. You get this for free if you already have the old 60 seconds, and if you don't, then you can get it very, very soon. I'll have a link for you down below. How you doing? Take care, everybody, and don't forget, leave a like on the video because it helps me stay a content creator. Bye.